5 documents that you need when you're buying land. If you transact and you do not have these 5 documents, you could face problems. The first one is a land title. When you're buying land, make sure the land title is on the table. In other words, pay money when the land title is in your hands. You're seeing it. You have checked it. It has all the features. I have always taught about land titles and the features that are on a genuine land title, how you can differentiate it from a fake land title. So you must make sure that the land title is there. Don't go by photocopy. You know, somebody can give you a photocopy that was taken 2 years ago, and probably currently they have already subdivided the land, and what you're buying now, the current title, has less land than what is on the photocopy that you are given. So make sure the land title is there. That is what we call a ready land title. The second document that you need is a signed transfer form. A transfer form is a legal document through which the vendor, the seller, instructs the land registry to change ownership of that land. We call that registration of land. You're registering your property. So a land title might not be very helpful for you if you do not have a signed transfer form from the seller, because the lands registry cannot transfer that land without that signed transfer form. You cannot use that land to borrow money to do anything without that signed transfer form. And it must be signed by the same person whose name is indicated on the land title as the owner, as the registered proprietor. Some people buy from the third party. Someone bought land and didn't transfer, then they sell to you, and then they sign for you on the transfer form. When you go to the land registry to transfer that land, they will see that the signature you have on the transfer form is different from the signature of the registered proprietor, which is on the transfer form that he or she signed while transferring the land to himself or herself, and also on his or her national ID. The third important document is the national ID of the seller. Of course, I believe you will have done a land search. You know the details of the land. You know the NIN according to the land registry. The NIN of the seller is there in the land registry, so it will come in the search report. So you have to confirm the NIN. Of course, I believe by the time you buy land, you have done a land search, you have a search report. So it shows you the name and the NIN of the seller. So you should be able to confirm on the national ID that those are the same. Even the photo on the national ID should show you whether that is the person you're dealing with or not. The national ID of the seller is very important because, as you know, the government currently has integrated all its systems with URA and NIRA. So every transaction you do that involves the government, it must involve your NIN so that everything is traceable. So if the person selling to you land does not have a national ID, at least they should be having a passport, and specifically these new passports, because those have NINs. So it can also work as a national ID when it comes to transferring land. The fourth document you must have is a photo. Photo documentation of the owner is very key, because before transferring your land, the registrar and his team in the land registry must make sure that the photo you have is the same as the photo of the person that they have in the system as the owner. That means even you, as you receive the photo from the seller, make sure it resembles the seller. Don't allow the person to give you a photo of another person. Remember, the search report will have also given you the photo of the seller. That means this photo you receive should be matching with the one in the search report, and it should also be resembling the person who has sold to you. The fifth document you need is a sales agreement. I've put these documents in order. The sales agreement has come last. Why? Because when it comes to titled land, according to the Titles Registration Act, the law that governs titled land, the land title overrides every other thing. It even overrides the agreement. If somebody came having an agreement that they bought certain land, and another person came with a land title already transferred to their name, The one with the title is the owner, even if he has no agreement. Because you can sell to me land without giving me an agreement, as long as you have given me a title and signed the transfer form, that is legally acceptable. Of course, the sales agreement is very important because it also protects you in a way. For example, if you buy land and later you cannot transfer it, or you find another thing, maybe there are tenants claiming squatters, maybe there is somebody that had paid on that land, and you want to claim back your money, you can use the agreement. Or if the person denies, the seller denies that he sold to you, he could claim you stole his title and forged his signature on the transfer form. So you can use the agreement to prove that indeed you transacted. So it is important to also make sure that the agreement is done so well. I generated those points from the laws that control land transactions, but also from the cases that we have seen regarding land. So you must make sure that the agreement protects you as the buyer. That is why it is important for you as the buyer to draw that agreement or get somebody that understands real estate matters or a lawyer to draft for you that agreement, because the agreement protects more the buyer because you're the one remaining with the property